Good evening to middle of the night, folks. We're here because we've got the initial report and forecast from a long duration solar flare and CME aimed at Earth. Just a little flash, modest arcade indicating high coronal release. The arcade arcs form across the area of eruption, a telltale sign, and beneath the arcs rides a tsunami of fire at supersonic speed. These are often seen when you get a long duration solar flare like this one. One cannot stress enough the importance of a long duration event over the flare rating in most cases, even without breaking into the M class range. This long duration C class flare was able to do what many others do, produce a CME expected from a much larger flare. On Soho, the halo eruption is fairly evident, almost looks like it's double lobed. With very little doubt, this is Earth directed. Let's be sure, checking stereo A, trailing Earth in orbit and looking a bit from the side. That eruption is certainly heading at Earth, which is off the screen to the right much farther than the direction label. This CME is expected to arrive and impact on Sunday evening, USA time. Neither NASA or NOAA's Enlil spirals are updated at this late hour, but they will update tomorrow. This should be a moderate to strong impact and produce geomagnetic storms, perhaps even up to KP7, a level 3 geomagnetic storm. Much of that will depend on the interplanetary magnetic field, or IMF, embedded within the CME, and you can see the width of the burst with the helicity of the erupting plasma cloud indicating the CME is likely rotating like most CMEs do. KP7 is still far from scary, but if we do get that, I'll be eagerly awaiting the solar wind telemetry from the arrival of the coronal hole stream. This one may not be big, but the CME has cleared its path, and it will impact about 1 day after the CME does. A consecutive impact scenario is always what gets your attention, and while the chances of a major solar disaster here are less than 2%, there is a high probability of electrical disruptions of some kind, and a nearly certain chance for strongly enhanced aurora. To summarize, long duration C class flare, CME coming at Earth, expected Sunday night USA time, should be a nice little whack to Earth's magnetic field, and the coronal hole stream that follows will make for a nice test of that field as we enter into the peak of sunspot maximum the next 4 years. Updates pending. Be safe, everyone.